Our next speaker is Jakub Schindler from the UN Security Council Monitoring Team.
Thank you very much. It's an extraordinary pleasure and honor for me to be here too, and that you give me a few minutes of your time. Just very quickly of who we are and what we do. I'm leading the expert team that advises the Security Council Sanctions Committee on the development of the sanctions architecture against Al-Qaeda and the Taliban. We are 8 international appointed experts by the Secretary General, and we work mainly with member states and international organizations like UNESCO, Interpol or ICOM, but increasingly now also with international businesses in order to, I got the right button here, in order to make this a bit more working effectively. As you can see, the Al-Qaeda sanctions regime, which includes ISIL as one of the groups that is under sanctions, as well as several individuals from ISIL, has as one of its main measures a global and total asset freeze. That means any assets of any kind should be stopped from going to ISIL or provided indirectly or for the benefit of ISIL, which includes, of course, the international illicit trade in antiquities by ISIL or for ISIL or on behalf of ISIL. And Resolution 2199, which sets up the Al-Qaeda sanctions regime specifically towards ISIL as well, made in paragraph 14 as an outcome of a recommendation that my group made, a total moratorium on antiquities out of Syria, in addition to the moratorium out of Iraq that already existed. The resolution also asks for one further step, and that is the main reason why I'm here during this event, is to my group to give this impact assessments on how the resolution and the sanctions regime acts on the issues in concern, in particular on the actions of ISIL. We've done our first impact assessment in July. And we will now, as I hear, by the end of the next week, being mandated to do this in a quarterly fashion, 4 times a year. One outcome of this is that we now are looking at the international antiquities trade and are supposed to look until the end of January to develop recommendations on how this could be better regulated in order to ensure that illicit traded antiquities from ISIL are not reaching international markets. Therefore, we need the collaboration of all of the groups in this room and others in order to understand how the market functions, how the trafficking routes function and where the choke points are, how we can build effective sanctions measures globally to identify the illicit related antiquities and reduce market demand, as well as to increase KYC documenting and compliance procedures. Only if we understand these issues correctly can we build sanctions measures that on the one hand are effective but do not have unintended consequences. Thank you very much for your time.